my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and today I have another Battle of 3 video to share with you guys. And today we're going to be doing the Battle of 3 Drugstore Mascara edition. When I was getting ready to film this video, I kind of went back and forth between whether I wanted to do new release drugstore mascaras or sort of the old tried and true classic cult fave, fan fave mascaras. And like I say, it went back and forth, but in the end I thought I would go with new releases so that you can sort of get an idea of what's new out there. Now I will give a disclaimer here in that I live in a really small town, and what's new isn't necessarily what's new in like the cities and whatnot. So these are all ones that were at my drugstore that had new on the packaging and that I couldn't remember seeing before. So if you're like,
Shannon, this one's been out for 6 months or a year, however long,
just know I'm off in my own little small town and I don't know what the rest of you guys are doing out in the big wide world. So let's jump on into it. The 3 brands that I tried for today are Rimmel, Maybelline, and L'Oreal. I had looked for a CoverGirl mascara as well because I always find that mascara is really where CoverGirl shines out of all their products. I don't love a ton of CoverGirl products, but their mascaras are generally a hit, at least for me. But I couldn't see anything new or interesting, so I just went with those 3 brands. So we'll start first with the Maybelline. So the Maybelline mascara that I picked up to try is called the Rocket Volume Express. It looks like this. And I don't know why I thought this, but I really thought I was going to like it. And honestly, this one ended up being the dud for me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert a clip of the day I wore it to try it out, and so you can see it more up close and on me. And I'm doing a voiceover here because I was saying the wrong things about this mascara. I was saying it was the Rimmel one, but it's not. It's the Maybelline. And as you can see, there wasn't much volume. There wasn't a ton of length. There was more length than volume, I would think, but the volume was really lacking for me. So definitely wouldn't recommend, which is too bad because I've used Maybelline mascaras before that I loved, but this is definitely not one of them. So I would say this is a pass because though it is drugstore mascara, so the prices are, you know, a little lower, there are so many hits at the drugstore right now, mascara-wise especially, that you don't need to be wasting money on a mediocre mascara. Next up, this was the surprise hit for me. This is the Rimmel one, and it's called Wonderfully Real, and it's mascara made with keratin. It looks like this, very pretty packaging, and I really, really liked this. It went on nice and easy. You didn't have to fight with it at all, which is always nice. I'm going to insert the clip here now so you can see it. Okay guys, this is the Rimmel mascara. This is the Wonderfully Real. It's definitely more dramatic than the Maybelline. I like this one a lot. It's definitely the winner so far. And of course, as you can see, especially compared to the Maybelline mascara, it went on better, it looked better, it gave me more volume, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. So yeah, this is the middle hit for me personally. The reason I say it was a surprise hit is because I haven't tried a ton of different Rimmel mascaras. I find as time goes on, Rimmel's getting harder and harder to find here in the drugstores. Back a few years ago, like even 5-10 years ago, Rimmel used to be everywhere, but now I find it's not. Unless I go into the city, because here in town there's like no Rimmel in my town. If I go into the city, there are Rimmel sections, but it just doesn't seem like it's as readily available as it used to be. Is that true? Other Canadians, tell me if that's true, or if that's just another thing I've come to believe living in this small town. Because up until about 6 years ago, I lived in a big city. So of course, when you're in a big city, everything is available all the time. So yeah, I don't know how true that is, but I have a hard time finding Rimmel. And so I haven't tried a ton of their products. But yeah, loved this. The final mascara, the one that for me is the winner, is the one that I have on today. And this is from L'Oreal, and it's the Voluminous Superstar X Fiber, and it looks like this. It looks crazy. And I will say I do have a complaint, and that is the packaging. I mean, the packaging, it's easy to hold. It's got the groove in the middle there, but just look. When you go to open it up, I thought what was going to happen. So it's a two-step mascara. Step 1 is the primer, and then over here, step 2 is the actual mascara. So what I thought was going to happen, I don't know why I thought this, because clearly, if you look at the thing, you can see this is not what's going to happen. But I thought the product was going to be in the middle, and these were going to be the brushes. But of course, you can see that that's not the case, because this is not enough space to have two separate products. So when you open it up, like so, this is the product and this is the brush. So then when you're putting it on, you're like, oh, you have this big long thing, and then this thing. So I didn't love that, but I did love the mascara. So I'm gonna get in a little closer so you can see it. So there you go, if you can see it a little better. I really like it. I think it went on nice. I liked the primer a lot, and I just think it looks pretty. So yeah, if you don't mind the sort of clumsy packaging, which it's, you know, it's not that big a deal, it's just sort of my critique of it, of the product in general, then I think you'd really like this one, and it's worth giving it a try. My favorite from L'Oreal is, of course, the Lash Paradise. It's sort of just everyone's favorite right now, because it's so good. It's just like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. But I did like this one a lot, and I think it looks good. And I like the primer. I don't use a ton of mascara primer. I never think of it. So it's nice to kind of have it built in for you to use. So there you go, you guys. Those are my 3 drugstore mascaras that I've currently tried out. So again, the Maybelline, not a fan. It just didn't seem to do much, except maybe make them darker, but I didn't really notice any volume or length. A little bit of length, no volume. The Rimmel, I loved it. I think it looked good, definitely had some volume, would recommend. And then the L'Oreal, loved it. Again, I think it looks good, I think it gives me a bit of volume, and I love the primer. So, there you go. If you've tried any of these, let me know which ones you liked. Let me know what is your favorite drugstore mascara, and also let me know if you would be interested in my doing a sort of battle of 3 drugstore mascaras, but of more classic ones that everybody loves. Sort of a showdown of ones we already know are good, but which one's the best. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Your support is truly heartwarming, and I appreciate every single one of you. So, thanks. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.